In this rapidly evolving landscape, the significance of understanding core concepts outweighs the importance of memorizing any specific syntax. The technologies that possess natural language programming power will help any developer to perform the tasks that they never thought would be possible in such a short amount of time. Natural language programming is a concept that can be intimidating for many people as they fear it might replace their jobs. However, in many cases, it is more likely to transform their roles and make some of their tasks much easier. With natural language programming, you can instruct AI on what you want to achieve without the need to write every line of code. While a solid foundational knowledge of programming remains crucial for this functionality, the ability to switch between languages becomes feasible as long as you understand the fundamentals. For example, let us try to construct a very detailed prompt and give it to ChatGPT. I want to aim to create a REST API. Comprehension of its components is essential, although you may not need to know this exact syntax due to natural language programming. So, allow me to provide you with a simple example. Let's imagine using a language like Rust, which I am not extensively familiar with. However, by describing my requirements in plain English like we have been doing till now, I can still request the creation of a REST API in Rust. I specify the desired fields for the products entity, including ID name, description, and category ID. Furthermore, I express the intention to establish a relationship between the category ID and another resource called categories. By employing an SQL-Lite database and leaving the choice of frameworks and libraries open to ChatGPT, I'm going to submit my instructions. But before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends hoping to learn ChatGPT. Also, do let us know in the comments if you have any questions, suggestions, or requests for more information, and we will be happy to incorporate it in the next video. Let's type this instruction out in ChatGPT. I'm going to type, I need a REST API built with Rust. It should have products with fields like ID, name, description, and category ID. The category ID should have a relationship with another resource called categories. Categories should have an ID and name field. Let's use an SQL-Lite database and use any framework or libraries you see fit. Let us see what ChatGPT gives us for this very detailed prompt. Let's see what other different steps it has given us. It has told us that we can use the Attix web framework along with Diesel ORM for database operations. It is asking us to set up the project first by using these Rust commands. Then open cargo, create a env file, create a new file called diesel.toml. And then second step is to implement the API. It is asking me to create a new file called main.rs with the following code. And it has also commented the code for me to understand it better. It has added all the products. And then it is asking me to create the SQLite database and generate the schema. The third step is to start the API by using the command cargo run. At the end, it is telling me that now you have built a REST API in Rust using Attix Web and Diesel. The API exposes two endpoints, products for retrieving products and products for creating a new product. So to interact with the API, you can use tools like curl or send HTTP requests using preferred programming language or API testing tool. And it has also given me a note that this is a simplified example to demonstrate the basic structure and functionality of a REST API. By the way, if you want to learn about generative AI in far more depth and detail than what I'm covering here, we have a lot of courses of AI and ML from top universities in India and the world. Link is pinned in the comments. Go check it out. In production environment, you might run into errors and you might have to implement additional CRUD operations and authentications and more. While AI cannot directly access your machine and create files, it has given me a very detailed set of instructions for achieving the desired outcome that I have asked. For example, like we saw, it suggests to create a new app using Cargo, and it has asked how, and it has told me how to establish a connection to SQLite database, creating endpoints for various functionalities. It is important to note that sometimes the AI's response may be incomplete, but you can request to continue from where it left off. And understanding the fundamentals of APIs, data models, and relationships is paramount in comprehending the generated code that it has given us. In this rapidly evolving landscape, the significance of understanding these underlying concepts outweighs the importance of memorizing any specific syntax. These technologies that possess natural language programming power, developers need to focus more on understanding the logic and processes rather than memorizing the syntax, right? Embracing this new technology will undoubtedly shape the future of programming and software development process as we see it.